Imagine waking up, opening up your laptop, and realizing that the career you have spent literally decades building, it just doesn't exist anymore. And not because of a recession or, a bad quarter, but because an AI system can do your exact job, faster, cheaper, and 24/7. Now, I know that sounds like a sci-fi movie, but for millions of people, this is tomorrow's reality. Welcome to This Explainer. Let's dive right into how we can navigate this absolutely massive shift. So here's the terrifying but honestly highly relevant problem that millions of professionals are facing right now. Will AI take your job by 2030? You see, the question isn't whether AI is changing the workforce. That transformation is already well underway. The real question we need to address head-on today is what you can do about it before it's too late.
Section 1. The speed of automation when software works around the clock. Over just the past few years, AI has evolved at an absolutely breakneck speed. Tasks that used to require highly trained professionals, writing reports, analyzing complex financial data, coding software, mapping out marketing campaigns, and even producing entire video assets, can now be done in mere seconds. The sheer scale of this is just staggering.
Section 2. History's technological revolutions, looking back to look forward.
Because before we totally panic, let's step back for a second. Whenever a new technology arrives, panic absolutely follows. Think about the 19th century Industrial Revolution. Workers were understandably terrified of those massive machines entering the factories. Fast forward to the 80s and 90s, and people were terrified that desktop computers would make them obsolete during the PC boom. But in every single one of those cases, yes, certain jobs definitely vanished, but entirely new industries and opportunities emerged. And that brings us to present day, the AI era, which is really defined by the total automation of complex systems.
But there is a totally crucial difference between then and now. Previous technologies, like the steam engine or the massive factory assembly lines, while they largely replaced physical labor, basically they came for our muscles. Artificial intelligence is entirely different. It is literally coming for our minds. We are talking about the rapid automation of cognitive labor. That means tasks requiring thinking, decision-making, and information processing. Economic studies are showing that millions of white-collar roles are highly vulnerable over the next decade. Because let's face it, AI doesn't sleep, it never gets tired, so roles like administrative assistants, data entry clerks, and even specialized financial and legal analysts, they are directly in the crosshairs. For businesses trying to maximize profits, the incentive is incredibly obvious, right? Why pay a salary, healthcare, retirement contributions, and payroll taxes if a software program can just perform a huge chunk of that work instantly?
Section 3. Tasks versus entire professions, the nuance of AI disruption.
Which brings us to a major paradigm shift. Here is the crucial nuance we have to understand. AI rarely eliminates entire professions. What it does is eliminate specific tasks. For example, an AI can run thousands of investment projections for a financial advisor in the blink of an eye. But it takes a real human to look a client in the eye, talk through their retirement fears, and actually build trust. Same goes for doctors. AI can analyze a medical image with unbelievable accuracy, but you definitely still want a human doctor making that final life or death decision. Or lawyers. AI can review a 100-page corporate contract in seconds, but that nuanced legal judgment and negotiation, that remains distinctly human. So many jobs won't disappear completely. But here is the stark reality check. AI won't replace you. A person using AI will replace you. The immediate threat to your livelihood isn't really just some algorithm sitting on a server somewhere. It's your colleague or your competitor who knows how to leverage these tools better and faster than you do.
Section 4. The economic ripple effect, the high stakes of adaptation.
Think about what happened when computers first became standard in the office. The people who learned the software, their earning potential skyrocketed. Those who resisted got completely left behind. Well, AI is creating a much steeper divide. Adapting to AI leads to higher productivity and, ultimately, larger paychecks. Resisting it, that leads straight to job displacement, lower wages, and absolute stagnation. You literally cannot afford to just stand still while the whole economy evolves right around you. And these financial implications, they extend way beyond your daily paycheck. AI is dramatically increasing corporate productivity and profits, and believe me, Wall Street knows it. Investors are laser-focused on 3 main sectors driving this surge: AI infrastructure, software platforms, and advanced semiconductors. So if you've got a 401k, an IRA, or any kind of brokerage portfolio, your retirement is probably already deeply intertwined with the exact companies leading this technological revolution. But there is a flip side here. the ripple effects of millions of people facing job displacement, that doesn't just stop at the office door. If consumer spending slows down because of sudden job disruption, well, it hits the housing market, it tightens credit card usage, and it drastically slows overall economic growth. Stakes this high are literally forcing economists and policymakers to debate some massive, unprecedented interventions, everything from huge national retraining initiatives all the way to discussions about universal basic income.
Section 5. Preparing for the AI era. Your blueprint for resilience. For everyday professionals, the absolute smartest approach right now is preparation, not panic. If you want to make yourself invaluable over the next decade, you have got to focus on acquiring high-leverage skills. We're talking about really understanding automation tools, mastering data analysis, cybersecurity, digital marketing, software development, and especially prompt engineering, which is essentially just knowing how to whisper to an algorithm to get exactly what you want. Mastering these AI-assisted workflows, that's how you stay overwhelmingly competitive in an unpredictable market.
But career skills are really only half the battle, right? You also need an ironclad financial safety net. Start by padding out an emergency fund and get aggressive about reducing any high-interest debt so you aren't weighed down if things get turbulent. From there, you want to invest consistently, continuously improve those professional capabilities, and above all, try to diversify your income sources. The workers who actually thrive in this new era are going to be the ones who view technology as a lever to pull, not a threat to fear.
Now, if you're feeling a little anxious about all of this, just remember this. 10 years ago, careers in social media management, cloud computing, or advanced AI training barely even existed. Technological revolutions inherently destroy old paradigms specifically so they can create completely new, fascinating industries. The real challenge is simply that the change happens faster than we expect. Because the truth is, a lot of the top jobs of 2030 literally haven't even been invented yet. It really all boils down to this. The biggest career advantage may be learning how to work smarter with AI before everyone else does. The people most at risk today are the ones who just assume tomorrow's workplace will look exactly like today's. To survive and actually succeed, you've got to position yourself right at the intersection of cutting-edge technology and irreplaceable human expertise.
Artificial intelligence isn't just some passing trend. It is without a doubt the definitive economic force of our generation. This transformation isn't arriving in 2030, it is already here. So the only real question left is this: will you be prepared when it comes for your industry? Take the time to upgrade your skills, adapt to these new tools, and secure your financial foundation. Thanks for tuning into this explainer. Now, let's get to work.